shout out to y'all for coming through. I definitely shout out to you, Juanito. I'm gonna call you Juanito this pod because Juanito back. His name is Juan. We call him Juanito.
Yeah.
Just his nickname is longer than his real name. Go figure. But and shout out to you. He hit me up. He messaged me on Facebook and he sent me. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes people on Facebook send paragraphs. I'd be like, I ain't doing it, Yeah. But I know him. I know him for a while, and for him to reach out, he always taught me. Like ever since I know him, he always been respectful, saying what's up, like coming to see me. If I'm in the stands, he'll come talk to me, give me a 5. So stuff like that just stick in mind. So let me see. And I know he got stuff going on in his life like I do. So let me see what he talking about. And at first I'm like, I kind of got my own mindset of what I want to do for this month. I had some lupus stuff I wanted to take care of. But then I'm like, it's him. I respect him. I know he wanted to do this and he wanted to talk mental health. He's like, you should do a panel with men. I'm like, you know what? Let's do this. How about you come on? You know what I'm saying? We go from there. He said, yeah, and so we here. So I want to give him credit. So shout out to you. Shout out to you. Appreciate you.
For sure.
Definitely. Yeah. Clap it up real quick. Wrong button. Okay. All right. There we go. There you go. It's been a minute.
Up too?
It's been a minute. Yeah, so I want to kind of talk about that, and then there's men talking about it. So I think we don't talk about it a lot. I know we had an episode here and there. We talk about it sometimes, but with recent things. So one thing I'll say about Juan, I'll let y'all talk in a minute, but this is probably the first person I'll talk to where I'm not saying a study, so to speak, but I was very enamored with his how he spoke about things, like considering his past, considering the things he was going through when I met him, or things he just overcame when I met him, or was trying to overcome when I met him, even still to this day, So I always was like, damn, that's a strong nigga right there, you know what I'm saying? Strong individual. Some of his stories was funny, so I want him to say it on camera. I ain't gonna lie, some of them was funny. But then some of them was like, I've had moments with him on camera where he talked about some personal things in his life or losses in his life, and like so we this close. This close, So I'm doing the soundboard every time. I'm doing the sound. I'm doing the camera, and like I can see him as he talking. You can see like his eyes just changing, watering. I'm like, shit. And I never thought I'd understand what that means. You know what I'm saying? And until you understand what it means.
That's right.
And so that's my first person. So when you said that, I said, I gotta get Juan. He gotta be there because that's the person I knew that was able to open up on camera like that. I never seen anybody do it, and the camera messed up, so I couldn't really capture it.
Yeah.
But the room was so like I remember him talking about it. And the room was so quiet. Like, how people say, yeah, a pin drop? I never knew what that meant until like that day. Yeah. And we had carpet on the floor. I still feel like you can feel that motherfucker drop. I remember it got quiet because he was just talking. He was trying to get it through. You can see a nigga trying, like he couldn't really get out, but he was trying.
Because you're trying to control that emotion to like, I got to be able to get this out, but your heart is pushing through. And it's like, okay, I'm trying to, and it just won't, and sometimes...
And then, we be scared to open up. Then, you say certain things, you open up that door, and then now emotions involved. I think it was another woman in the room. I think it was Destiny at the time. So it was a lot. But, either hit or that. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the podcast.
Glad to be here, man.
And I do want to do, this is a test run, but I want to do some mental health episodes this month and trying to put a playlist together just for people that's going through some things. I know we all been through some things, so we'll all talk, but let's start with you. Like, tell people your name, where you're from, like, just tell them about yourself a little bit.
I'm Terrell Bennett, born and raised in Augusta, Georgia. I am a twin. My twin brother recently passed in December of 2023. But I'm a family man. I've been around the world. I joined the Army.
Yeah.
Had to deal with things of the Army that can put some pressure on you. But being a black man in America, we have pressure on us every day. So it's like, so like going off into the Army, that wasn't anything. First off, the drill sergeants never scared me. I grew up with a black mother who wanted her house to be a certain way. And you had to carry yourself a certain way. You have to clean up the house a certain way.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but who I am as a person, though, is I'm a fun-loving guy that's just, you know what I'm saying, trying to serve my purpose in the world.
Yeah.
God put us all here for a reason, so I'm just out here trying to serve my purpose and bring light to a very dark place, because it's dark out here. Like we just was talking about beef. You know how bad things got to be when the topic of conversation is something that's negative, it's two dudes beefing. So I think that conversations like this that we're about to have sheds a little bit of light in a dark place and might be able to. This conversation might be the hand that somebody needs to be pulled out of that dark place. So
yeah, so definitely, man, and I want to start like this. So like it's mental health awareness month. I'll start with you. Like, tell me what does that mean to you? Like mental health, not just awareness month, but just mental health. Because you talk about it a lot, and you have your dealings with certain things, even currently stuff you're going through. So what does that mean to you, and what does that look like for you?
I feel like as men, like we kind of focus on like the physical a lot of the times, being physically strong or being physically tired or whatever it is the case. But sometimes we really got to sit down and worry about, the mental side, the spiritual side, the, what I'm saying, the thing that's eating you up in it. That's eating you up every day.
even the emotional.
The emotional, yes, yes, that's what I'm trying to get to, yeah. And basically, I feel like this whole month is just you taking time out to really pay attention to that instead of just keep on ignoring it. That's one thing we always do, like, especially you had, like, people like my dad, like, what I'm saying, people that never really took time out for that type of thing, and they just wanted you to keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? You a man, you're not a boy. Stop all that crying. You know what I'm saying? Suck it up. You know what I'm saying? So you get conditioned to do that. And I feel like this month is kind of like, even if you're not used to that, take time out. Okay. Pause. And give yourself an assessment.
Yeah.
What about you? Like, what do you mean to you?
Mental Health Awareness Month means, for the people who don't know anything about anything as far as like the mental health or their own mental health, research.
Yeah.
Figure out what's going on with you. And for the people who do know, spread the word. It doesn't cost any money to ask somebody, hey, how you doing mentally? And then it's like a lot of people, especially men, a lot of the answers are gonna be, oh, I'm all right, or if they are feeling some type of,
I'm straight, bro.
Right, I'm straight, or yeah. I don't even know how I feel for real. Like if it's a serious situation, it's like I don't even know how I feel for real. Okay, let's figure it out. What is going through your head? Okay, let's see how we can get past that. What are the solutions for you coping with it in a healthy way, other than finding something to drink, like, or to smoke, or pop a pill? There's other ways out here. So like having conversations like this, or just seeing somebody on the street that that they might be going through something. Like I was going through something. Yeah. And you said, I think this is a great idea. Just taking the time to think about the next person, it really can help somebody else's mental health. Like, okay, somebody wants to know what's going on with my head. And
somebody cares.
Somebody cares, because a lot of times as men, it doesn't feel like, and women as well, because women go through things. But as far as men though, it doesn't, like, we don't get to talk about the thing that's going on in our head, and without judgment, because that's another thing, that judgment that comes with it. Yeah. Speaking your mind about like what's going on, because it's hard to be vulnerable when you always got to be the tough guy or the strong one.
Problem solver.
Yeah, oh man, we are literally born to be problem solvers, and when you don't want to sound like the person who doesn't have the solution.
Definitely, don't be that guy.
Yeah, you don't want to be that guy.
Yeah, I piggyback on both of y'all. So I think both of y'all said it perfect, and I think like when I think about Awareness Month, I just think about how to taking steps to learn things to go forward, because it might be May now, but you take what you can from this month and you go throughout the rest of the year until next May, next May, and then you're able to pick up them signs when somebody not being themselves, when somebody saying they okay, but that okay is not the okay that's saying okay, is that I'm not okay, which is really rough to try to find, especially when God, we put that wall up as a human being, and we put the wall up as a God. So you got a double wall you're trying to get through, and we not the most. Sometimes we stubborn, with our feelings and emotions. So I definitely think learning about it is a step forward. You touched on a lot of things, so I do want to. We could start there just to kind of go into some things. But you mentioned like a lot of guys are born to problem solve, and that women go through things as well. I want to make sure we say that. We guys talking because it's looked upon as an uncommon thing when guys talk about it. Yeah. Your girl, your wife, your spouse, your person, your significant other, because it might not be a girl, whatever, but they'll call you, 4, 5, 6, 7 times a day with their problems,
Facts.
right? And it's small. Sometimes it's small problems,
It's a lizard in the kitchen.
Yeah, but it's a big problem to her.
Yeah.
You figure it out. All right, they'll do this. Oh, I didn't pay it. Oh, I'm gonna send that. Or you do that. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff you just fixing. And I think sometimes that we don't take time to say, okay, well, let me tell this person, my problems.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like you said, it's the judgment thing. It's the judgment. It's the fact that I know for me, like if I'm with my person, whatever, and they complaining or they saying something, I then shut down to complain because I feel like it's only room for one.
Yeah.
I feel like you already complaining. You already got an issue.
And I don't want to feel like I'm trying to overshadow yours with mine.
Because if I do that, they're gonna feel that way anyway. So now anything I'm saying probably invalid, or you're gonna build a monster in me because now I'm gonna resent you.
That's right.
For not listening to me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And quiet as kept, you still do anyway. Because when I don't open up, like little, like I'm getting upset anyway, and it's just building up. And then every time I can't open up, I'm it's like a little more jealous, a little more envious. People always say, "Oh, men hate women." I think men do hate women sometimes, only for the sense that I think that they want to be able to complain. I think I typed something like that the other day
because we don't feel like we get heard, and that's why I think that resentment comes from.
And I
Just following up.
I think I said something like, I said people that complain, cry, whine, they might be the smart ones. You know what I'm saying? Because they get to get hurt all the time.
Yeah.
The person that don't complain don't get hurt.
They just taking it.
Not even that. You get more thrown on you. Like, you'll be fine.
Because you're the strong one.
Yeah,
it's crazy that you said that because
you'll be fine.
That's literally been my story. Like growing up, Tyler had ADHD and he had a couple other things, but like my family, they always looked at me like, because I didn't really talk about anything. I just go through it. They'd be like, "Oh, he'll be all right. He'll be all right." And then Tyler, they would they treat him like the baby. Oh my gosh, he was the baby.
Get the attention.
Yes, Lord. So I actually had some resentment towards him and some family members but I had to come out of it because I didn't speak up. That's accountability right there. You got to realize like, okay, I didn't say anything. If I don't say anything, then they don't know. And then the more I spoke up, it's like, okay, these people do want to be here for me. They just thought I was they thought I was okay because I'm not talking about it. But
I say, when we talk about awareness though, that's another thing, like quiet. Like I was saying, I think I posted that. I said, silence is loud. Sometimes somebody quiet, that's what you gotta check on. I seen a video on and it go both ways. I seen a video on Instagram like months ago where it was two guys at a baseball game. I don't know if you've seen it. It was like
I saw that.
And it was a quiet one and it was like a loud one. And the loud one was jumping up and down, and the quiet one just like, watching the game. So your mind, you think there's something wrong with him.
Yeah.
Like, another game. Then one day, the loud one ain't there no more. And I guess the general consensus is he killed himself, or he was sick, or something was going on.
Yeah.
But the one that looked like something was wrong, nothing was wrong.
It wasn't him.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
They both was men. So it's like kind of you damn if you don't, which is why I like the awareness of it, because it ain't no look. You can't look like you depressed. You can't look like you in a rut. You don't look like, because everybody wear it differently.
Yeah,
that's right.
Like all three of us got something going on right now. But if we go outside, you ain't gonna be able to tell.
Yeah,
I happen to know you. You know me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know a different version of me because I was way younger when you met me. And you was a different age.
Yeah.
You met a version of me that I was on go 24/7. You couldn't get me to stop. Like I was just, But then now, you'll see you probably can tell the difference, and somebody else can tell the difference in me because And I think that's what awareness is, like just knowing and seeing, like, okay, damn, shit can change in a matter of days, hours, minutes. I want to talk more so to you a little bit. But I asked this question because I don't know if you've been asked, but like how is your mental now? Like you lost a brother in December, right?
Yeah.
And what I'll say is, my brother. I always told myself I don't know what I would do if I lost my brother. Not to say I know there was a sister, my mom, and all that, but my brother's like we so close.
Yeah. I
really don't know. Sometimes I feel like that's the purpose I have in life was my brother.
Yeah.
You a twin.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that, and I'm 6 years apart from this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I've lived without him before.
Yeah.
You a twin.
Yeah.
The person the November, 30th, 2023, and who you are, there's two different people.
Yeah.
Like how's your mental? Like what are you going through your day-to-day basis?
I'm glad that you asked me that because a lot of people, I've been real to myself for the last couple of years. The person that saw me the most was Tyler and my wife. But my mental now, I'm in a great place. And I genuinely can say that because my faith, for one, that woman over there that's been taking care of me on my darkest days. Like, I have a community around me. My brothers, my buddies that were in the Army with me, like, I talk to them boys every day. I wake up, I'm getting text messages from them. We help each other through these things. But I was at peace when Tyler passed, actually. I know it's like, that's hard to understand, but I was at peace because I knew his relationship with God. So that gave me a peace, like, okay, I don't have to worry about that. And nobody did anything to him that took him away from me. He passed by natural causes. So that was a piece that was on me. And then, like, on the hardest days, especially those days where it was like, I can't get out of bed, I got to talk to her through it, you know what I mean? Or I just pray through it.
I want to ask a question. If you got any questions, you always free to jump in. You know that. Sure. I do want to ask a question. I'm stuck on that because I struggle with that, and I don't know if you struggle with it or not. But when you have a person that, another half, wife, your significant other, how important is the role they play when you have your dark day? Like, is it noticeable? Is it something she notices? Do you tell her? Do you have to tell her? Like, can she just see a difference in you, or is she okay with? Because a lot of times we give the woman attention.
Yeah.
Is she okay with attention not being on her for? However long it has to take for you to get right. Like how is that dynamic?
So since I've been with her, I've been like, I'm the social one. I'm always so she's always kind of like, she always caters to me for everything. You know what I'm saying? So like in me and my dark days, she knows when something's up with me, because it's those days that I genuinely will not get out of bed, or I'll go sit in front of the game all day and she'll be like, "Hey, you okay?" She'll come in there and just rub my head. You okay? I'm like, yeah. Or I might just keep waking up in the middle of the night, or I'm thrashing in my sleep some days, and it's just different. So she'll sit there, "Hey, you okay? What's going on?" Or I'll just come to her. Communication is key in any relationship, whether it's your friends, you know what I'm saying? Communication is key. So I'll just tell her, like, "Hey, I'm having a bad day. Like, I really miss Tyler today." Like, when we have like major events going on, just moving to a new house, usually the first person I would have called was Tyler.
That's tough.
When I proposed to her, the first person that I wanted to call, she was calling all her best friends. I didn't want to take away from that moment, but the whole day I was sad because the first person I wanted to call was Tyler, because he was so excited for us to get to this point. And it's like, right before we got there, you gone now. It's like the major events that go on in your life, because he's, for every major event, when I graduated from the Army, he was there. When I got my GED, he was there. So like every major event that I've had in my life, he's always been there for it. And it's like the ones that I had planned for the future, he's not there for, especially the ones that we've talked about. So all these things that I've talked about with him, now I have to just do it. And I pray that you can see this.
I think I struggle with, like, something he said. I don't know if I can say I don't possess it, but I think sometimes I feel like I'm too cool for school, whatever. Like, I can't be like, yeah, I'm having a bad day today. Like, I'm having a bad day today. Sometimes it sounds like this, like, what do you want from me, bro? Like, I'm annoyed. You know what I'm saying? I won't say it. I just get annoyed.
Yeah, very irritable.
Like, I'm like, if you've been like ticking me off like days, for 4 days, you're gonna get 4 days worth of, like, yo, like, tighten up. Like, why you lazy? You know what I'm saying? I might just spaz out. Mm-hmm. That's my bad day though. Like, I won't say it. That's my way of saying it. I'll apologize later, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how I'm feeling. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm having a bad day. I don't think I communicate that well. I think that I'm liable to make you feel bad.
I can think of a funny one right now.
Oh my
but I'm
gosh.
gonna talk about it off camera.
That's a good.
Me?
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about it off camera.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this.
do them like that.
The good thing with you being able to say that though is you identified it. So now you can do something about it.
Well, that's why this conversation is important, because you saying that made me identify that. Because I'm not gonna lie, coming here, I'm about to get my shit off. I'm about to say this about this person, this about that. You know, I'm thinking about niggas out that ain't really been there for me, like mentally, that I feel like should have. But really, when he say that, I'm like, damn, I ain't really opened the door for people to be there like that. Yeah, I kind of shut
That's a
them
hard
down.
pill to swallow.
I can see
that accountability pill is hard to swallow because like it makes you realize how imperfect you are. Because like, I didn't say nothing for them to even be able to like. Because not everybody's just gonna be like, oh, because everybody don't know your mannerism, tics, and things like that. So just because you're having a bad day and it's like what your bad day is like you said, so you can be irritable. They don't know that you just being irritable because you having a bad day. Now they looking at you like he an asshole, bro. I'm not talking to him for a couple days.
Yeah,
but the whole time.
The whole time I am an asshole. I'm not gonna
trust me.
I ain't gonna hold you. I am an asshole.
He already think that. They be thinking that anyway.
Whole time they know.
Not everybody does that though.
Okay, but you know what I'm saying? Like they don't know that that's a part of your bad day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And some people don't, just because, like, especially your spouse, like she had to learn me. She had to learn me just like I had to learn her. Like I know her bad days. So like your people, they have to learn you.
I think that annoys me too. I feel like if I learn the person, like I can tell somebody having a bad day, or like if you're having a bad day and I'm having one, I'm a lax person. I'll let you get your stuff off. Like I'm gonna let you just talk, and I'm being your side. Like yeah, you're right. Da 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 da. You know, and let you just feel calm.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, damn, I be wanting me out of people, but everybody not you.
But like you said, you feel like it's not enough room in that situation because like you letting them get theirs off.
Yeah, but we all could be selfish.
Yeah.
And I feel like too, like, you know, I lost some people, I had some stuff happen, but so did other people around me.
Yeah.
You know, so like just because I may have more, don't mean I'm carrying more. You know, I'm probably a little stronger.
Yeah.
That person may need, you know what I'm saying? So it just, but like I said, you still build resentment because honestly, you get mad at whoever, bro. Whoever's in front of me, I might be mad at that day. Not like in the, I don't want to say like I'm mad at everybody, but you know, like I'm already standoffish. I don't talk to everybody.
Facts.
So like, I think sometimes I'll just be like, yo, what you want, bro? Like, nigga, what? Nigga, what you want? Like, why are you talking to me, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know exactly what you mean, though. It's like,
and then sometimes somebody bring a problem that's small to them, like, I'm thinking about this right now. I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about this. I don't care about that, but it'll come. Sometimes it'll come off, and I don't mean it that way.
Yeah.
But like I said, the conversation, I also don't be like, yo, like I'm having a bad day today. I don't wake up and say, yo, I didn't sleep last night because I've been thinking about X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
Or I don't say like, yo, this is a rough day to me. I had to do this today. I don't do that. I need to start now.
That shit takes time though.
Yeah.
If you ain't done it before,
Facts.
ain't nobody open that up for you to do. It takes time. You got to keep doing it.
Because you know, it's one thing that helps me. Like, so I don't get into a place where like I'm doing that where like I'm irritated and I just like lash out, or I might just say something that's on my mind. I literally check myself like, am I in a place to be able to answer this question right now? With something like even with her or my sisters. Like one day my sister called me crying because she was upset about my twin brother passing. I'm like, mentally, I wasn't in a place to be able to even like help her in that situation. But like I let her talk, and the whole time she's talking, I'm listening, but I'm also in my head, I'm like, check yourself. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you don't say nothing that adds fuel to her, the way that she's feeling. Or even just with her, like she might be feeling some type of way. She might be just venting. Like vent, boy, that's one thing that we don't get to do for real. Vent, boy. But that's another topic. But but like they might be venting and you already irritated. It might not even be that person.
That's what I think. That's what it is. I get irritated. Like, bro, it's not irritated because they vent. It's just it's jealous. I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Like, damn, you could call me and vent. Not that I can't. I just don't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even you said men don't, but really I can't say we don't. I feel like sometimes our women, women that your person, I think they want you to. We just don't.
Yeah.
I think they want
it's
you
hard
to
be vulnerable. Especially, I'm gonna be honest, especially as black men. It's hard for us to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
Because the moment that you show vulnerability, that can be used as ammo against you.
Yeah.
We like, you know what I'm saying? We see this beef right now. Ammo's being used against each other, but you don't want that with the closest people that's closest to you. So a lot of dudes, they keep that wall up. It's like, I'm not gonna be vulnerable. I can only be this much vulnerable, but I'm not gonna show you everything. And yeah, it plays against us.
It depends too on like what you've been through, because you can have like kind of quote unquote PTSD in the sense of you've let somebody in before and it's been used against you. You know what I'm saying? But when you like you talk as young, I hate using that same example about using, but you don't cry. You get older, you don't show emotion. Or like right. So don't cry.
You just suppress it now.
Stop acting like a bitch.
Yeah,
you're not a girl.
Yes.
Type shit. Yeah.
You know, but it's one of them things where it play a role when you grow up, because you start to think that crying is emotion. So you just say, I don't show emotion. And all right, cool. It don't affect me. How many times you see niggas like say something don't bother them, but it bothers them?
Oh, you can tell it's eating them up.
Yeah.
You know,
vibe change.
I remember one time I was doing I forgot what it's called, but when you go to school and you kind of like mentor. Mm-hmm. And it was this one kid. We all went up front. It was a band of brothers, I think, at the time. We all went up front. And this kid acting bad. We asked him these kids questions. Some of them got this wall up, but one kind of put it down a little bit. And we was like, "Yo, like, why you misbehaving?" And then he was like, he just was very blunt. He was like, I misbehave just cause like if I'm be bad here, I get attention. Like I don't get no attention at home. You could tell everybody just like, "Oh man, why you said that for?" Like everybody just was sad because we like, damn, why we push him to that point to even say that? He just started crying.
Damn.
Like nobody asked him that, he just started crying.
I've seen that before though.
But I feel like that crying was like something he couldn't do. Because if he cried at home, he probably don't care. But that's a PTSD thing. This is gonna be a young man. He probably like 20 now. Like it was middle school then, so he probably grown now.
Probably has those same emotional issues right now because he never learned how to deal with, or he never got the attention that he needed, and he probably looking for it in other places.
Yeah.
But I hope he's okay, whoever that is.
Yeah, I hope you're okay too.
That's tough.
Sure.
I wanted to kind of throw it to you a little bit too, and I ain't trying to put you on the spot, but like I said, I know you had your own thing, but it's coming up, stuff you dealt with. I hope you don't mind. I'm gonna tell a story. I think you said it before. I'm gonna just say it, and if you mind, I'll take it out. But hopefully you don't mind. Like one of the stories you ever told me, and I probably should text you before so you could say it, but it was like, you had your group of friends that you hung with when you went to Westside.
Yeah.
And you was like, sometimes y'all go chill at Chick-fil-A, right?
Yeah.
Y'all chill. It's your group. You should be comfortable with, right?
Yeah.
And I remember you telling me, it just always stuck in my mind, like, damn, that's for him to be that young and be that, aware is crazy. But you was like, I would just stay back because I don't really know I lived at this hotel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I would stay back.
Yeah.
And it made me think, like, damn, like that's also something you learn and you develop. Like, okay, if I don't tell my situation, they won't know.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah. I always felt like that's why a lot of times people don't know you. You so closed off. I know a different version of you. I know you. You know what I'm saying? But people don't know you.
Yeah.
And
especially high school people.
And I definitely wonder like how somebody could look away. Because if you look at pictures in high school, he seemed cool. Like until you know him, the pictures look a little different. Yeah. Like today, you was like, hey, yo, you heard this song? Like my brother. Like it sounds different now than before.
My brother, yeah.
Everything going on now, right?
Yeah.
Them pictures look different to me now than when I first saw him. The half smiles.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like if you had a documentary, they would pull the pictures up and be like, he wasn't happy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not trying to be funny. I know
exactly what you mean. It's like,
I get it, yeah.
So they show the pictures in the beginning. It's like, oh man, this dude,
just was a to me a kid that was just safe, like just being safe. Like hopefully nobody see me coming over here. Hopefully you probably didn't joke with people. You probably just probably just stayed out of it. You know how you can't joke because niggas start saying, oh, no, you ain't talking.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Had to play it safe during high school. He was a joker. This is a joker. So, and I think like, yo, that's a strong dude. Yeah. That's a lot to not able to be really enjoy and be yourself with your friends. And that's sometimes when people are like, yo, I would have never known. Oh, that's crazy. He was always happy.
Why did he say something?
I wasn't happy, bro.
Yeah, right? Yeah, for the whole time that was a mask, and that's something that we have to walk out our house and do all the time. Like wear masks. Like I know for a fact. Like I don't even know the whole situation, but you had to wear a mask every single day, putting on like you were just okay. Mm-hmm. People don't even know like genuinely like the shit that you have to deal with when you leave this place.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and you cracking jokes with people, playing with them. You know what I'm saying, and sharing homework. They don't even understand that like
what should I gotta do when I go home?
When I leave up out of here, the real world hits me.
Yeah,
like cause that I know at school you probably had an escape real world hits you when you got to go back to that hotel. Because I've been there. I know exactly what you mean.
Then
bro.
you got to creep. You got to make sure nobody see you. You know,
that
like,
shit's
is the
tough.
coast clear? How can you see down Washington Road, bro?
Yeah.
That is like
It's impossible.
literally the busiest road in Augusta.
Nigga,
Literally the busiest
impossible,
road.
bro.
I used to walk behind Reinhardt's. Like it's a little part right there.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I know
and
you're talking
I'll
about.
pop out on the other side of the fence, like so niggas wouldn't see me. I was like, or I'll goddamn, if my dad was around, I was like, hey, just pick me up real quick. He was like, what the fuck you want to pick you up for? I was like, just cause, you know what I'm saying? I want to go to the store or some shit. I'm really trying to hide.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just trying to hide. I don't want nobody to fucking see me do this shit because I definitely don't want to be, you know, the butt of the jokes and shit. Honestly, I didn't get a lot of fights in high school, but don't mean I wouldn't have done it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was always ready to do something, you know what I'm saying? Not to say I was a tough guy or nothing like that. But like,
but that's because of all the stuff you was enduring. Like that,
yeah,
that sounds dangerous.
That's what, like, I didn't know that. And
That's
I
some
didn't get
dangerous
that.
stuff.
I didn't get that until I got older. And I was like, dang, I had all this anger pent up inside of me. And I was like, that's not the right way to go about it.
Dog, could you imagine, like, you think you getting off one day, nigga? I know you ain't talking. Look at your shoes. Look at your shirt. And a nigga like him, like, oh yeah,
This is
rap.
the day. This is the day. It's going down today.
Just drop this nigga on his
You don't
head.
even know who you talking to. You don't know what I'm going through, Playboy.
You joke with a nigga, he about to fight. Like, oh, what up? They don't know. Yo, what up is different.
Yeah.
Like, I've been thinking about this for 8 years, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
So I had to bring that up because that also everything you go through molds you a lot of times. You know, where you from, the stuff you did. That's why I asked you about your brother because I've always seen y'all together. Today he was talking. I'm like, oh, you got other siblings? You know, because he's the twin.
Yeah.
I always seen them two together.
Okay.
That's all I've ever seen.
For sure.
You know, and I do have one thing I wish, and you can't always get somebody on. You can't get everybody on. Another reason why I want to do it too. I remember seeing your brother in the mall one day, a few times, but one day, and he was like, "Yo, man, what's up, man? You was going to give me a podcast?" I'm like, "Yeah." You know, I'm thinking no. You know, like no. You know, that's how I think. But now I be thinking like, damn, like imagine you could watch that back every now and then. You feeling bad, you know? So you miss your brother, you know?
Yeah.
So it's stuff like that message you when somebody do pass, like, and you can't change it, you know? But it's just something that stuck with someone. When he hit me, I'm like, oh, I gotta do it.
It's crazy that
gotta
you
do
said that though, because I don't think nobody, even Tyler didn't have I have more pictures of Tyler at my phone in videos in my phone than he had in his phone of him.
That's what's up.
That's crazy.
What's up?
Yeah.
But that was because I genuinely, this used to annoy me, but Lord knows that I appreciate it now. But bro, every time I was with him, bro, flick me up, bro. I'm fresh as hell, bro. Man, you see I got this shit on, bro. You better take my picture. And he, just like that, you better take my picture, bro.
Yeah.
And I would do it every time. But soon as I ask, can you take my picture?
Blurry.
All right, bro.
Nigga,
All right,
move
bro.
on to
Here
the
you
Side
go.
camera caught like this.
And then bully me into, hey, send me the pictures.
Sound like I'll send pictures back. I be having a hard time sending them back.
Send me the pictures, bro. I got you. I'm texting right now. Send me them pictures, bro. Don't let a couple days go by.
Yeah.
He might roll up on me, pull up to the house and be like, hey, what's up, bro? And just put me in a chokehold or something, start wrestling. I'm like, what are you doing? I told you to send me them pictures.
That's
Bro,
that's
you
him,
doing
man.
all this over some pictures, bro? But this was genuinely the crazy part about, he used to do some crazy stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Trying to show the fit off, man.
So like what about like, and because you've been through your own traumatic events. I say we going through. I'm not saying you're not going through it, but
sure.
you know it's been a while.
I get it.
How does it look when somebody be like, you know, everything? Like how you feeling? Like you want to get asked the question, not when you don't want to get asked, but they ask you how you feeling. Like how does that feel? Like say when your dad had just passed, somebody hit you up a month, 2 months later. You trying to get over it. Some days you don't think about it. You trying to think about it, you know. And then 10 o'clock come like, damn, I almost had a whole day without thinking about it, but it did. But somebody asks you, like, how you feeling? Everything going on good with you? They ask you a good question, but what does that feel like to y'all? Like,
I'm gonna let you go ahead and take this one first.
I mean, initial reaction would be like, damn it, like, what the fuck? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, why? And you don't want to respond like that to them though, because it's like they genuinely asking, like they genuinely want to know.
They care.
They wasn't trying to be an asshole. They didn't know you wasn't thinking about it all day. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of them assessment things. You gotta check yourself.
Yep.
Think about it. all right, cool. Then you answer. You know what I'm saying? That's normally how I feel to me. Like even today still.
About you?
As far as for me, because it's still so fresh, I didn't got to so many people ask now. Like I'm talking about, I seen a dude the other day. Matter of fact, today, we was driving on the road today. Dude, hey. And he asked me. And the first thing in my head, I'm like, oh, he hasn't seen me since Tyler passed, since before Tyler passed. So I know that's one of the first things that people be want to talk about when they see me because they want to check on me. But honestly, bro, like when people ask me, I be like, I'm good because I am. I'm more worried about everybody else. Like as far as like my siblings, my mom, my dad, my grandma, man, every time she see me, how you doing, baby? Oh God, I'm so happy to see you. I'm still got one of my babies here. Hey, I'm good, grandma. I'm coming over here to check on you. Like y'all don't have to worry about me because I know where I know as far as like mentally, I have all the coping mechanisms and the healthy outlets to be able to take this and handle this every day. Not everybody else is fortunate, you know what I'm saying? Like just some people, they have God and they have their religion or whatever they believe in, but like some people don't have that either.
Yeah.
And some people like they turn to something negative or they turn to other people who don't mean them no well. Cause like, you know, not every friend is a friend.
That's true.
And
Definitely.
you know what I'm saying? So, but as far as for me, like when people ask me that question, I give them a straight up answer because it does get annoying eventually. Like every time I don't want that to be like I don't want that to be the basis of every time you see me, the first thing that you want to talk about. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like ask me, hey, I heard you just moved. Cool. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I'm happy that I did. I got up at this last spot. You know what I mean?
It's so tough because like even the stuff you're saying, like
I got a question to ask you too.
go ahead, ask it now.
Oh, so basically I was gonna ask, how early on did you start developing those, you know, mechanisms, healthy coping mechanisms before this even happened?
That's a good question.
It's crazy that you asked that because this has been in the last 5 years. After I got deployed, came home and I was dealing with my ex. She was very abusive. She was putting her hands on me, and I had a situation where I kind of lost it, and I didn't hit her or anything. I just grabbed her, and it started a spiraling effect. That's how I got out of the Army. That's how, you know what I'm saying, I ended up back here. And I was like, I never let somebody else have control over me to where they could put me in a place where it destroys everything that's around me.
Yeah.
So I went through the process of going through anger management, which I was angry, but I was more angry at myself because I was allowing these things to happen to me and I wasn't speaking up about it. And that's why the situation went the way that it did. But I started then, that was back in 2020. And that's when I started. I was like, I got to get my mental right. So I started seeing a therapist, which a lot of people, especially black people, don't like to see therapists. But it's the best thing that ever happened to me. You want to see a therapist.
Gotcha.
Because you can talk to somebody who's professional. Those people, God bless them with the ability to be able to take on other people's issues and give them healthy feedback. So me going to a therapist was the best thing that ever happened to me. And then the closer I got to God. And that was like the biggest, those two things right there, getting closer to God and then going to see a therapist. Because a therapist, man, them people are going to look at it from every angle. Not just what you're going through. Okay, why are you angry? Because a lot of times we are angry and we refuse to say it. I've seen it. I was an angry person, didn't even realize it. But whether you're angry at somebody else or you're angry at yourself because you keep allowing people to treat you that way or do things to you, you still need to talk to somebody because you're still angry. And eventually you're going to break.
Yeah.
You're going to break. There's only so much you can take. And once I learned those healthy coping mechanisms, I didn't have to worry about breaking because now I know how to hold people accountable. Okay, so that I don't have to be angry at myself because I'm letting you know you did this to me and I'm upset about it. Or I can identify it in other people. Like once I started working on myself, I started identifying other people like, hey, you want to talk, bro? And that being able to talk to other people helped me too, because they might tell you something that you didn't even know that was in there that you dealt with, because you might have seen something as a kid or done something as a kid, and it's like, you don't realize how much it affects you or the reason why you do certain things until you hear it in somebody else, and it's like, oh, light bulb goes off. It's like, okay, now that's another thing that I got to work on with me, because I see what it's doing to them, and it might not be active in me right now, but it's something that I know that I'm dealing with also on the inside.
Yeah, you said something that I think was dope too. He said healthy coping mechanisms, and I think that healthy was important, because I think I speak for me, I don't want to speak for everybody, but I'm pretty sure there's men like me. I think it's unhealthy coping mechanisms like thinking you're okay because you didn't break. Like you're doing it just till you break, then you came down like, I'm good. That worked.
Yep.
I was just quiet for 7 days straight. That's healthy. You know what I'm saying?
Just
Like,
stop all communication.
Yeah, you know?
That was my go-to.
Yeah, so, and I was talking to somebody the other day, and I said, a lot of times, because I don't like to argue, I'll shut down.
I was like that.
Shut down, right? Anybody, not anybody, but if you're close to me, I'm going to shut down. Like, I'm just like, whatever. I ain't going to address it. We ain't going to talk about it. I'm going to just come back around. Or you going to come back around, depending on how much they care to be around you. Like, they'll just be patient, give them 4 days. Cool, I'm back, But all I did was didn't break. We didn't resolve nothing. So next time something like this come up again, I'm probably twice as mad now. Because I felt like you didn't learn last time, but I didn't teach you nothing. I didn't learn the last time.
I just taught you how to live without me being there.
I just turned around essentially and closed my eyes and came back around like, hey, I'm back, So I think the healthy part is important, because you're saying a lot of good things. That was a good question you asked. I wondered that too, because you lost your brother December 2023. I lost my pops December 2023 as well, but I think I deal with the pops thing too, but I think because I always felt like I would deal with that, but at a young age, I'm able to cherish that I got over a decade more than what I thought I was going to give him anyway. I thought it was going to be hereditary. I thought he was going to die when I was like 17, 18, like his dad did, and he won't see my kids, but I was like, damn, he seen my kids. He kind of patched our relationship. I was able to help him his last year of his life. So I kind of was okay. It was like, you got your faults that you feel like, damn, I should have did this, I should have did that, I should have saw him more. You got your things you're gonna think, but you can't change that.
Yeah.
Now my mom's a little different, because it's like you lost somebody, but they still there.
Yeah.
And I hate to see her cry, because sometimes she just cry. Cause she going through her own stuff as well. You know what I'm saying? You can't ask her what's going, because she can't really speak.
You can only imagine. You can't really understand it because you're not her, but you can only imagine.
Yeah, and I don't know like what it's like to just lose. I'm right-handed myself. I don't know how I would do without having my right hand, right, or my whole right side of my body. I don't know how I would be able to maneuver with having to have somebody like get me from room to room sometimes, or just little stuff.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah, it is.
It's
so, and then the more trauma I deal with that, I think is more so just finding her. That's probably the hardest part. The fact you find her. I knew that person wasn't. You just know in that moment, like, oh, this ain't even who. I don't know who this is right here.
Yeah.
So you kind of relive it sometimes, and I think sometimes like somebody asks you about that question, like, yo, how are you? How's you going? How you doing? Like, how's things going? How's your mom?
Yeah.
How's your mental, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And like y'all, like I'm cool with the question, like, cause I get it. It comes from a place of just wanting to know, like, hey, where you at? And it's not like they can really fix it, so to speak, but they care enough to know. Cause maybe I'm acting different. Maybe they want to know, like, how can I approach you? If you need something, whatever they want to do. I don't know. But like he said, sometimes you're so irritated, or you get, not saying you get tired of that question.
Yeah.
But how people be like, I'll tell everybody I'm good, cause what you gonna do about it?
Oh boy.
My thing is, that's one way I feel, but then the second way I feel like I'll be wanting to ask them, like, how would you feel if I told you go wash your mom up right now? Like, how would you feel? If a man asked me that, I'm saying, like, cause somebody want to wash their mom, it's your mom. You don't want to see her. You don't want to see her like that. You don't want to see her. But that's the reality of it. Is like, that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I told you to go wipe your mom's ass. What you gonna do? Certain things that I don't think people be thinking about. Like,
they're not even equipped to even think
that.
like that. They're not even equipped to be able to answer. Like, how would you feel if somebody told you to wash your mom? They might not even.
Yeah.
Like, they don't even know how to even think about nothing like that.
Yeah. Or for somebody, like, if I say, what for somebody you knew for 33 years, only cried one time in that time, but they cry every day now. Like, how you gonna do that? How you gonna handle that? What if the strongest person is not the weakest person physically? How you gonna handle that? So it's a lot of stuff I be thinking about that. I want to ask them sometimes when they ask me that question. Like, I'm not good, bro. I don't know. I'm not. It's not gonna be good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I get it. They don't know. They can't. And I don't go online saying that every day. I don't say, oh, I watched my mom up there just now. update this, update she fell.
Yeah.
I gotta pick up. And I don't do all that. But sometimes when you get into with somebody or somebody have a problem or, your girl, whatever, y'all talking and it's like y'all at odds, you start to take everything out that you're going through on the person. And that ain't really fair.
Man.
But
you
also
suppressed everything all. And now it just explodes out.
But I don't like, because you seem to have the coping, and I don't even know, because even I'm kind of worried about you a little bit. Not to say that, because he keeps saying he okay. And I'm like, no fucking way, like, nigga, this is your twin. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is. I just posted a video of my daughter and I said Treasure's twin, but y'all really twins. Yeah. It's not this. Y'all been twin before 21 Savage and Drake.
When you say that, like man, that was your twin. Like, I can't believe.
Savage and Drake is crazy.
I wake up every day and I be like, dang, I'm really okay. Like, but like I said, man, it's it can be only God, bro. For me to have this peace, it's only God, because boy, I genuinely have had nightmares when we was growing up of losing Tyler. And I would wake up crying, and I get it. We used to have a bunk bed, and I jump down from the top of the bunk bed, and I just hug him while he was asleep. And I said, I never want to feel like that. And the day that he passed, in my head, I'm like, he gonna be all right. He gonna be all right. Because honestly, I'm not gonna tell you no lie. I'm about to tell y'all something that is gonna sound funny. I genuinely thought that me, him, my dad, my granddad were invincible our whole lives.
That's crazy. I had the same idea. I thought me and my family, because nobody died for so long.
I thought we were invincible.
That is crazy. I had that same thought.
So like when Tyler passed,
they was too strong.
Yeah. Like Tyler barely ever got sick, ever. And when he passed, it made me look at myself like in a different lens. Like, I'm mortal, bro. Like, I always thought we was invincible. Tyler, the first time that I had the thought, though, as an adult, that I might lose Tyler, he said something to me. He said, bro, I'm not going to be here till 40. I'm not going to see 40. He was like, my purpose is going to be served by then. And it crushed me. I said, stop talking like that. Because I never want to. It's like, I can talk about it, and like I can feel the emotions welling up inside me, but it's like, I know for some reason I always feel like he's standing right there, like, hey, bro, you good. Just talk.
Not even cut you up, but right there, that right there, what he just did, right? And that is not nothing against you, but that's why, like, when he was talking that one time, I just gained like so much. Like, I said, this nigga on is strong, cause like you don't know what you just did, but even you saying I'm feeling this, that's like kind of like it's kind of bringing that adrenaline down. You feel it coming up, be like, hey, look, let's get right. You know what I'm saying? But that day you talked, like you just didn't stop, and I'm like, oh shit, this is getting rough.
Yeah.
How do I intervene? This is my man. He can't be tearing up in here.
Yeah.
At that time, I hadn't experienced nothing yet.
Yeah.
I was like, nigga, you better don't be crying, right? What you crying for?
Yeah.
It wasn't weakness, but it's just like, nigga, don't cry.
Yeah.
Fuck, you know what I'm saying? But now I be understanding it. You know what I'm saying? Because moments like that, like
you just weren't emotionally
feel.
mature to deal with that at that time yet.
Yeah, I wasn't. I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't. So I would ask him just because it's my man. You know what I'm saying? And even so, I ain't tell you business. I feel like I'm talking for you sometimes. But even like around Father's Day, like seeing his whole demeanor change. Not just Father's Day. I'm talking about leading up until Father's Day.
Yeah.
Like he not even the same person around that time.
Yeah.
That got me dreading Father's Day this year. I'm like, damn. What if I'm like Juan? You know what I'm saying? What if I'm like, I'm strong until that time?
Yeah.
And I might not, because I didn't celebrate Father's Day with my dad every day, but every year. But you live with him.
Yeah.
That's
That's different.
It's a little different. You know. Yeah. I'm like, damn.
Shit, so, like the first year, so for clarification, he died the day after Father's Day, like literally a few hours after Father's Day. It was Tupac is his favorite artist. It was Tupac's birthday, and it was Father's Day at the same time. He had cancer as well, and how you were saying, like, there's like big moments you wish your brother had saw. It was like big moments for me, because I do music, so that's why the check thing. You know what I'm saying? I do that. I rap, so like I had this opportunity to go record with some people. I'm not cool with them. I ain't got to say their name or whatever, but to go record with them in North Carolina. And he was doing hospice care because he wanted to be home, whatever. But like he was getting better a little bit, this, that, and third. And I really wasn't gonna go. I took the week off work or whatever, so I can go do that. But he was in hospital like leading up to that week, so I was like, I'm not leaving. I ain't even tell him I had the thing set up. And I wound up telling him anyway. After he had got out, we went home or whatever. And he was like, you should go. I think you should go. It'd be fun. I was like, okay, cool. I'll be back Father's Day. I went, I called, talked, everything was cool. Got there Father's Day, gave him his cards. He was sleeping, whatever. And then, like, I was finna get ready to go home. And my mom was in there. And she was just, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. It was, like, quiet. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, let's get out of here, like, type shit. And she in there crying. Like, why are you crying? And she just shaking and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? So then I got them. I assessed the situation. She's like, he not breathing or whatever. So I tried to do CPR, this, that, and third, trying to call an ambulance. Shit went left, whatever. But say that to say, basically the first year, like I celebrated the next Father's Day, I was working at our job at the time. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't aware that it was even happening. Like, people noticing different shifts or whatever. I wasn't even thinking about Father's Day. But we had Father's Day events and all this. It's around. So, in my subconscious, I'm thinking about it, but I'm not even knowing. So then when it actually hit, like, Father's Day actually happened, I was like, oh, that's what it is. I ain't even know that. I need to probably take this day off, or I need to, try to figure some more stuff out within myself to where this ain't affecting me as bad as it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, because he is super alert, but like he wasn't being alert. And so I'm a manager, but he'll tell you, like, I'm a cool manager for the most part, you know what I'm saying? But
I can bet.
I remember I was thinking like, I was thinking like, he better get his shit together. I don't know what he got going on. Because at the time, it's like, this is crunch time for them, whether we going to keep him or stay. Yeah. I'm like, all right, this nigga was doing good last 2 months, but this week.
We'll get rid of your ass if you don't get it together.
Yeah, tighten up. And then, but we were speaking, and I was like, hold on. I said, oh, I think this is what it is. So he asked me about the day. I said, oh, hell yeah, that's fine, that's fine. And he came back, he was fine. But I'm just saying, up until that moment, I see the change in him. But I don't think he even knew. And I didn't know it was so fresh. When he was telling me these stories, I didn't know it was that fresh. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm laughing at most of them. Yeah. Like, oh, he got beat up. Blah, blah, blah. Not like that, you know what I'm saying? But that's a funny story. Yeah. But, I'm just like,
wow. That shit is wild. That shit is crazy.
Films are not that, but that shit was funny.
Yeah.
I think of things like that, and you kind of sometimes you can vicariously live through somebody. So I think too, people be brought in life for certain reasons, and things happen in life so people can leave your life for certain reasons, and that's something that's important too when you're dealing with mental health. But I think about you in a sense like, it's almost like everybody got the expiration date. My dad's was just, it was gonna be his regardless. I probably met you for that reason. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? We got cool, and then like I always know, I was like, yeah, he lost his dad. Never thought about mine. You know what I'm saying? But
and what's crazy about this shit, like, we had just talked about it.
Yeah.
During the mental health episode. Like, we had another mental health episode, and that came up, and we talked about it, and he was saying that he didn't really get it. He didn't really feel like what I was feeling, but he knew I was feeling something. He had enough respect to know it was something. He didn't he didn't have the ability to appreciate how it was because he didn't experience it, and that's how it is. Because I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what it was like either until it happened to me. Like, you thinking you prepared, you thinking, oh, when this happened, I'm gonna be like this, or
facts.
Especially if you know it's about to happen. Like, it's a real reality that it's about to go down soon. You thinking it's gonna go this way, and then it actually happened. You can't prepare for it.
Yeah,
so when that shit happened, it was crazy.
I remember and I'll ask you. I know you spoke about it a little bit, but I'll ask you just to kind of get your story on it. But because you said his story, I remember for me, like, how it happened. And I think I spoke about it on air. I'm not sure. I might have didn't. But so it was a trickle effect for me. So from one, I worked at Lowe's for almost 9 years. Had to decide pretty much. They decided for me a little bit, but I had to kind of decide, like, I got to dip out. Right?
You ain't dropping now?
No job. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you ain't dropping now?
I don't work there anymore, so it's fine.
I guess. So it's
fine. I was still there. I was in there. But so December 1st, boom, I made that decision. I ain't coming back. Boom. Yeah. 9 years down the drain, whatever. So it's fine. It's all good. It's all good. That's a Friday. In the run. It's a Friday. And so that Tuesday, I have an interview for this new place. All right. I go do that. Only thing in my life right now that changed is the fact that I'm not gonna be with this company. Right? That's it so far.
Yeah.
So Tuesday I had an interview. I knocked it out. I know interview. That's nothing. They would call me that same day. Go apply. I will. So next day my daughter's birthday. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know, my oldest daughter, we take her out. Had an interview on WJBF2 that day. I left the festivities to go do that. Then we met up at the bowling alleys. We had a bowling alley playing bowling, boom, boom. I won, you know, bust ass, of course, you know me. And then I get a call. We end up being the arcade. I get a call from my mom. Like I said, Mom, she don't cry. She never cried. Like one time, she cut her hand trying to open up some hamburgers. One time, she was crying because she stabbed herself. She'll never cry. So she was like, hey, I could hear her crying a little bit. I'm like, for what? Because she's like, come home. So my first thing, like, why? I'm grown. Why am I coming home? What the fuck you mean? Come home. It's like, yeah, come home now. I'm like, hey, you gotta know it's Brooke's birthday. I'm out for a reason. I just need you to come home. I'm like, all right. I already knew. I kind of already knew her. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of knew then, but I didn't know who. I just know something had to happen to somebody. Mm-hmm. But she did say something wrong with your dad. But he had issues in the past, so I'm thinking maybe he fell out, maybe he had another accident, because he would do that sometimes. He lived a life like that. He would have an accident, car crash, he'd be found on the side of the road. He had his trial and tribulations. I'm like, all right, cool. So I get home, but this was a little different. She was crying, so I'm like, I don't know. But I'm like, nah, not him. This nigga too strong for that. Ain't no way he dying.
Yeah.
That's crazy as hell.
Yeah.
This nigga, you know, he can't stop breathing. So I'm driving, you know, and I drop my daughters off. I go home, and she tell me, I always feel bad because my brother's girlfriend was in the room. This is a new girlfriend, so nothing against her, but I was like, why is she here? But that's just because I was mad because when she told me. It wasn't nothing to do with her. My first instinct was like, why the fuck she here? In my mind, you know, I didn't say that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to cry. I can't. It's a woman in here. I'm not about to cry. You know, my mom,
Especially somebody I don't know. So
she might think I'm weak. Fuck that.
Yeah.
So I was like, I remember like I had mail in my hand, bro. Like, I had some mail in my hand. She was telling me, I'm just reading the mail like, it's my fucking name. I know my name, you know. So I know where I live at too.
He'd read his name 30 times.
30 fucking times. And his name is Jermaine too, so it didn't make it no better.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. Looking up at her like, okay, she ain't got the fuck out yet, so she must not know. So I just walk away. I turn around, go out the door. She was like, you're all right, close the door. I go outside and lose it. I was like, oh my fucking God. My brother came out there. He made it better a little bit because he didn't come touch me. He just was like, you know how Dawn is. I was like, you straight. You know what I'm saying?
Straight.
No, nigga.
Was you not in the same room as me just now?
I think it's because, like, you know, and then I think about the last time I saw him, you know, he of course he gave him a hug and stuff, but I drove him to Charleston. I came right here to record. But I remember rushing him a little bit. And I felt back how I rushed him, like, because I wanted to get back on the road to come here record. I was like, hey, this taking too long, bro. Like, you know, he wanted to go, I got to go to ATM. Oh, I want to go to the store. I said, hey, look, man. But I be feeling bad now, like, damn, I should have come to the store. You know, damn, I could have just went with the nigga. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And so you feel bad at that a little bit. So that's just one thing. That's just my daughter's birthday too. Yeah. So I can't even finish enjoying her birthday. I felt bad. But they ended up coming back to the house. So my mom must have called them and told them, you know. Cause I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm just to myself. I was in the bathroom the whole night. But I did call my friend. So you know, it's you, then it's Skinny. It was crazy I never met each other, but it's whatever. But Skinny, I called my friend Skinny and I called him. Cause I felt like that's the only person I could say something to. And if I cried, it wouldn't matter. I don't know. I just felt like it wouldn't matter. Yeah. As much as we spoke, you never cried. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like he can't have one up on me. Ain't no way.
Yeah.
But we start beefing. He rapping and shit. Nigga, man, he was crying on the phone. You ain't tell him that. Nah, he ain't gonna do that to me. Fuck that, nigga.
You won't get me like that, Playboy.
Be on the intro crying and shit. That's the hard podcast. Nah, you know what I'm saying? I ain't think that though. But you know, I for him, I felt like that was the only person I could call. Mm-hmm. Cause I'm like, if I do cry, I have to tell somebody this if I cry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even my person, I even tell him to the next day. The next day, I just didn't answer the phone. What happened? And I said it casual. Yeah, my dad died. You know, I'm still trying to be cool. You know, you can't do that. So that's just one thing. But like I said, you try to deal with that and whatever. I get the job. They pay my money. I'm like, all right, fuck it. We gonna just rock out. And I'm working. You know, it's cool. Then December 23rd, you know, I'm going to the store. I go to Target to get a gift that I missed getting. And I'm about to go to work. The news place. They're like, can you work Saturday? I'm like, fuck it, why not? I'm talking your mind of everything anyway. Holiday season. So I go there, I get a call from my aunt. She's like, hey, can you go home? Your mom just called me, but I don't know what she's saying. once again, I'm like, nigga, I'm grown. Why you telling me to keep coming? Why you keep telling me to come home? I'm not coming home, bro. Like, no. But I'm like, all right, whatever. Call Don. Hey, what's going on? I can hear in his voice he was just scared. So I was like, all right, something wrong. He's like, I don't know, but I'm talking to mommy and she looking at me, but she ain't saying nothing. Like, she looking at me, but I don't know what she's saying. She just, it's gibberish. I'm like, all right, whatever. Maybe she just sick. I don't know. I go home. I tell him to call an ambulance. When I get home, like I said, once I come in the room, you can see that whoever that is ain't who I thought it is. So I already knew instantly. But your brother behind, I couldn't cry. I'm like, damn, let me make sure. He the baby, so I gotta make sure I'm straight, so he's straight. Yeah. But that's what made me think about you. And I know if you are fine like you say you are, and I'm not trying to like say you're not, but it's some things you said it just triggered me because I'm trying to say, I won't cry because my brother behind me. So that's what keep me from crying, right? Mm-hmm. And the only thing you said that, and like I said, I'm not saying you trying to put on, I'm just throwing it out there. Like you was like, I'm checking on my grandma, make sure you okay. Mm-hmm. I was doing that a lot, making sure you okay. I'm not okay, so I make sure you okay. So I could be fine with not being okay. Yeah, cause I'm making sure you okay. That's another unhealthy,
terrible
defense mechanism.
Terrible.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'm gonna act like I'm making sure you're okay, so I can be okay, but I'm not okay.
Yeah,
but now I'm okay because I made sure you okay. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So then the minute somebody don't check on me, I'm mad at everybody now. You was never there. I ain't let them be there.
Yeah,
So. And I only say that thing because you went into the timeline. So you say December of 2023, it was just my worst month of my life, to be honest with you. I know like everything. So people like, if I go to whatever the last day of November, if it's 30th, I don't know, 30th November, whatever that day is. And pretty much by Christmas Eve, I was a whole different person. Like whoever you knew before then, that nigga don't even exist no more. I mean, I still got the work ethic for the most part, but mentally, I'm just not the same person. I know. Like, there's a lot of shit blocking.
I understand.
Jokes and sometimes I hear about music and like I appreciate that because he always done that, right? But I'm not hip to it like I used to be. So I might not listen to it. I might listen to it when I come around, but I don't be thinking music. Yeah. But it's my man, so I can be like, yo, I don't care music. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy he texted me. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, fuck it, I'm good. Yeah. So it's certain things you are gonna like, but I will say sometimes when you're going through mental stuff, I think people closer to you get the worst part of you sometimes too. Yeah. Because them strength, like the fact we don't always speak every day. I ain't gonna spaz. He call me. He might vent. Cool. Your person call you a vent. All right, yeah. Are you there? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just listening.
I'm listening. Like, what's up? I'm saying okay, so you can finish. I mean, you're not saying nothing.
I don't want to cut you off.
Yeah, I don't want to cut you off.
I know exactly how it is, bro.
Yeah, but yeah, I agree. If you didn't want to talk, you have to. Look, I'm going through shit. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. All right, fuck. I just had to change some ass. I had to do this. I don't have the fucking time. But it ain't their fault though. Yeah. And it's like when you don't open up, that's what you subject yourself to doing. It ain't right. It really ain't fair, honestly. Like, how was it with anybody or whoever you've been in a relationship with? Has that affected it at all? Like your mental, like where you at mentally? And do you feel like you ever put too much on somebody, or you feel like somebody just generally just wasn't there and they just missed the assignment?
I feel like in the past, like that probably happened. Like they probably missed the assignment, or they could have been there for me. And I felt like at that time I was trying to open up, but I really wasn't opening up as more as I could. You know what I'm saying? It was more opportunity. I definitely could have did better on my part, that accountability piece. Yeah. And like you're saying, like getting angry and spazzing out and all that stuff, I didn't understand none of that. Like I didn't know what was really happening. I didn't understand the severity of it. Like I didn't hit nobody or nothing like that. Yeah. It was just spazzing out.
Just being irritable and lashing out of emotion.
Yeah. And it took me, I lashed out one time and now that person doesn't talk to me anymore. Yeah. And I could be like, well, I didn't have all the the right coping mechanisms at the time. And I'm a better person now. That doesn't matter because in that moment, this is what you did. This is what you said. And I got to be okay with that. looking into the
that's
present,
good that you said
right.
that, but you have to be okay with that because
Yeah.
She still not, whoever that person isn't talking to you, but you have to be okay with this. Like, okay, I know that I'm not that person anymore, and I have to be okay with that version of me being in the past. I did that, and like now you're saying, okay, I have to be okay with that. You not being here or you not talking to me because that's accountability, bro.
And also another part of accountability is making sure that it don't happen to somebody else you care.
That's
about.
right. That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
So I said that a lot in this thing, right? And I be doing this still, but I gotta chill, because sometimes people do mean well, and sometimes people they're not fully capable yet of being there for you like that. Because one, they got their own stuff they're dealing with. Because some people life is heavy. It's not that just because all right, your dad passed away, my dad passed away, mama had a stroke, your brother passed away. Like you might have stuff that passed, but people also have people that pass away. People also deal with anniversaries of death. People also deal with women deal with so much anyway. Like I know we talk about
Jesus Christ,
but women just day to day.
I'm so happy to be a man.
They can't even fucking get gas without it being a trauma attack. You know what I'm saying on them. They're getting them up or they a bitch. You know what I'm saying? See the one of those. So I can't imagine living that kind of life. And then they smaller. They physically just not stronger than us. A lot of stuff they have to deal with on a day-to-day basis that I do understand. Then in the same breath.
The thing about would you rather see a man or a bear in the woods thing was like fucking me up. I was like, damn. Like, it was so many women saying they'd rather see a bear because the bear's is gonna eat you, but you don't know what the man gonna do. And I was like, damn, I couldn't imagine. Like,
I'm not laughing. That's deep, but that's a little too deep for me. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I've been saying that though. I was reading the comments.
I think the man, like, oh my God, just because the bear gonna you seen the bear fight?
I mean, yeah.
They play with you too. They don't kill you immediately.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like,
That's tough.
The man might not just kill you. Like, the man might
rape you.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can get out of pocket.
So my issue with that,
the bear not gonna do all that.
My whole issue with that argument is, I don't know if it's pessimistic, like the way that they're thinking about it. A lot of the people who are thinking, cause I'm not just gonna say women, because men are answering that question as well. But like you're thinking of the worst case scenario with these men, because not the average man doesn't walk around acting like that or doing those things on the daily. You don't know, but we know for a fact if you go in a room with a bear, wild bear,
if they're hungry,
unless you're mystical,
you stupid. You stupid. Speaking of danger,
speaking of danger,
and I think women go through a lot too, but I think also life and just perspective wise. So we might have been through some things, right? But we also been through some things. So like you might be able to deal with it a little better. Somebody might not have the same amount of years on Earth as you. May not have, of course, been across the same situations as you. So sometimes you be expecting too much out of people, and it's not that they did something wrong or they inadequate per se. They're not there yet though.
Yeah,
they're
not equipped to deal with it.
But if they was there, they'd be the best. And you just gotta make sure, just like they gotta be with you until you get back to that yourself, or your mentally you. Now I don't want to say stable because you're not unstable, but just mentally you back effective. You know what I'm saying? You can communicate. You're not having too many dark days. When you get back to that, they have to do that as well. So I think it's just one of them things where even when you go, and that's, we're talking about mental health, but like even when you go into something, you kind of got to find that pocket.
Yeah.
Got to be a pocket somewhere on you where like you can put somebody first a little bit too.
Yeah.
If not, you're going to be doing that shit for a long time and probably by yourself.
Most definitely.
Because I think the hardest thing for me, like with everything that I have been going through, I know I'm a lot to deal with. So like, especially on like my real.
Hey, raise your hand if you like to deal with. Okay, I want to make sure.
I know I'm a lot to deal with, like especially on like my darkness, or like. So like when I know like she going through stuff, I'm like she got to deal with me, and you know what I'm saying, like she caters to all my needs, like genuinely, dog. I ain't gained all this weight from nothing, boy. She take care of me, boy. You remember how small I used to be?
Yeah.
She took care of me, boy. So like. She take care of me, and it's like, and that is another mental strain for me because like, now it's like some days I'm like, I don't want to even put nothing else on her, because my memory's bad, so she has to remember a lot of things that you know what I'm saying I have going on in my life.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, she got to deal with all that stuff, and the stuff that's going on around the house, and remember her appointments, and deal with her mom and her sister, and you know what I'm saying, make sure that she's communicating with all her friends. I'm like, dog, I'm gonna just be quiet today. And then mentally, it's like, you know how hard it is to, like, you might have something that you want to talk about, but you can't because, like, that's the only person I really genuinely trust enough to even tell what I got going on. So on my bad days, like, sometimes if I already know she got a lot going on, all right, I'm just going here and just go sit on 2K for the rest of the day.
But you know, like, we talk about it on social media, the man wrestling, all that type of stuff, but I don't care too much about that. But I don't think enough is said about the partner you have, you know, or the person, whatever, however you want to describe, because it ain't got to be a woman, man, whatever you into. I don't care, your partner, your person, your significant other that you have when you are going through something, whether it's a traumatic event, whether it's just day-to-day stuff, or a rut in your life where, like, shit is not going right, it's not clicking, whatever, to having that person that can do things like that, can multitask, you know, and still run their life, and then for you to be able, like, even you saying, like, I'm gonna be quiet today, like, because women do it sometimes too. I know we say they complain a lot, and they do. God, Jesus Christ, they complain a lot. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yes, they do.
I think they're just born to do it. I don't know. It's just in their chromosomes. They just gotta. But
We're gonna come back to that.
Yeah.
The problem solver and then the complainer. We're gonna come back to that later. But
yeah. But and that's the thing, though. But you know, and then sometimes they play that role as well.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not every woman for every person, but you know, somehow, some way. But I know, like with us, and I don't know if you do it because you got that open line of communication right now from what you're saying. I know I do. I know I don't. I don't know how you are, but like we don't make it easy to that entry of our feelings. So
No.
a lot of times they're left guessing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I'm just saying your significant other, they ain't gotta be a woman. But we men, so I'm talking about
Yeah.
men.
So even with your homeboys, it could be the same thing with your homeboys. Yeah.
Yeah, do you wonder why niggas be falling out? Like,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But I ain't gonna
nigga
lie.
ain't never like me. Nah, you just going through some shit right now.
Yeah,
bro.
bro.
Like,
That's
y'all,
literally what it
y'all
means.
really good, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just tripping right
Yeah,
now.
you just going through something, bro. Calm down.
But
Like,
we not opening up. We not being realistic with what we feel. And even though, like I said, we've been asked. We all just said, when you asked that question, we like, oh my fucking God, here you go. Mm-hmm. But what can you do? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's either you want me to help you or you don't want me to help you. If I don't, I'm a fuck nigga. I ain't never been there.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Nobody
that's
love you.
genuinely how it be.
You know what I'm saying? You isolate.
Slippery
If I
slope.
do, you annoyed. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you damn if you don't. So I will say anybody dealing with somebody that's dealing with any mental health issues or a loss of somebody, mourning, grief, whatever, you know, that fall under that umbrella, it's rough. That's a rough thing to stay and still love a person and still, you know, be attracted to them each day and grow with them and all that stuff. It take a lot because them days is that they ain't the best. It's days you don't go talking. You'll go all day without talking to that person.
Yeah. What Sydney from White Man Can't Jump say? Hard goddamn work. That's what it is every single
time.
day. Like, you think dealing with life by yourself is hard? Imagine having to deal with a whole nother being,
Yeah,
and you're supposed to love this person every day.
and it's hard to put like it's hard to even make that decision of because you going through your own stuff and you kind of you want it but you don't want it. It's like you want something but you're not saying I want this. It's different when it's just sex.
Oh,
You're not gonna say you want it.
yeah.
She start touching your drawers. Stop.
Stop.
You posted the other day. Yeah. Don't do it. You know what I'm saying? It's all
Why
good.
you being nasty?
I got work in 30 minutes. You know, it's all fun and games. It's cool, right?
Tried to wipe that shit.
But then I seen you. I said, I'm not comment with this nigga tried to delete it. But it's all good. It's all good. But then like in the same breath, they'll ask you like what's wrong, but you just can't say what's wrong. It's just different when you said physical is easy. I could touch, you know, slap you, whatever, like, oh, you want that? That feel it's easy. Mentally, it's like I only could say what's in there if you tell me. I have to really know you to like guess it. And that you might throw me off, say, no, that's not what's up. Okay, now I'm thinking something different. Even though I might have got it right. So mentally, I don't know unless you tell me. So it's tough to like want that help or want somebody to like make sure you're okay mentally, whatever, and you're not helping them. That shit is tough. I don't know how anybody do
Help
it.
me, help you, help you.
That's the only way though. It's the only way. If not, but then mentally we'll get upset. So then now, even though we had that problem A, I wanted help. You didn't ask me how my day was, whatever. I don't know. I didn't get enough time on the phone to vent. I don't know. So that's the problem A. But now problem B, you mad because of that. But now you're just mad. Now you're just mad because of that. So now I see you mad because hell, she still ain't catching the signs. She's still calling you like, guess what just happened at work? You're like, oh, you must forgot I got problem A and B online right now. You must don't see that shit in the queue.
Yeah.
No, they don't see it because it's in your fucking head.
You don't see that on the queue.
It's in your fucking head.
Yeah.
That'd be a nice skit though that you just said. Like you
Should
have
be in
a
a queue.
queue. You have an actual queue of shit that's going on. It's like motherfuckers just walk up and ignore that shit and just be like, yeah, bro, you ain't gonna believe what the fuck going on in my life, bro. It's like, nigga, don't
I got
you see?
all this shit going on.
Bitch got emojis beside it with alerts saying I'm going through
But
this.
go ahead, tell me what's up.
Yeah, but go ahead. Yeah, yeah.
Because I really care about this. I just gotta know, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what's up? Please tell me. Yeah, it's
I'm
hard.
fucking with that.
That shit
I like
hard.
to see that as a kid for real.
It's a skit god right here, by the way.
I have these things going through my head 24/7. We'll talk about it.
But I do want to talk about what you said, the problem solving thing too. So, like when you say that, do you mean like a woman calling you and like just wanting to fix every problem? Meanwhile, you got all the stuff on your shoulders, on your mind, or
So, first off, little boys, when we grow up, we have to be problem solvers. When we're playing with each other, a lot of things like, you know what I'm saying, sports, there's a leader you have to follow. There's an objective to when we play. Little girls, when they play, what do? They just got dolls. Or they got hopscotch or some shit. But we actually have objective-based games when we were growing up.
right?
You know what I'm saying? So immediately from children, we have problem-solving skills. We're developing those. They're developing. When we get mad with the boys on the playground, what do? We figure it out, and we be playing with them the next day. Little girls, when they get into a fight with their little friends, they might start another clique over here.
Yeah, there you go.
And be talking about each other, and then eventually, down the road, oh yeah, she used to be my friend when we was in like first grade.
But we fell out.
They never really had a falling out.
But
It
we
just
fell
was
out.
like she didn't want to be bossed around. That's it.
Yeah.
We learned that we have to be told what to do. You know what I'm saying? There's always going to be somebody telling you what to do.
Right.
So like problem solving skills, like so when your girl calling you and she dropping all this stuff on you, bro, and you already got stuff going on, you naturally fall into I got to solve problem solving. Sometimes they don't even want you to problem solve, and that is the part that's the part that gets me the most.
Facts.
Damn.
Because you ever have your girl call you and she just want to vent. She don't want to be told like you kind of wrong.
Yeah.
Like, you ever had that situation where
Trying
like
to come up with solutions.
or
and
your
shit.
it might not she might be venting about her friend and you're like your friend kind of wrong. Did you tell her that?
Yeah.
Oh no, okay. But you supposed to just sit there and listen and it's like, but you can if you call him right now, later on down the road and it's like you got a situation, it's like you wrong. I'm pretty sure you'll tell him like, hey bro, you tripping.
You had ass, bro.
Yeah.
You tripping. I said, hold on. You mean tell me that person said that and then you said that? But they wrong?
Oh, okay.
Hey, let me holler at you. Let me call you back real quick.
Might shoot him a text. Yeah, you tripping, bro.
Fuck is wrong with this nigga here, man?
But that's like so. Like as far as like men being problem solvers, like we come like growing up, we problem solve from a young age, and it's like then we get older, and it's like every situation that comes in front of us, like every day we have to problem solve. What's the most efficient way to get to work? What's the most efficient? Like what is like you know what I'm saying? There's certain things that it don't even cross your mind. It's not you don't even realize it's problem solving. It's just things that go through your head, and just like when we were just talking about because men are great because that like you would call him or like if you call him about whatever's going on, he tell you wrong. That's an accountability partner.
Yeah. Yeah.
We all don't have that. Like my boys, like from the Army, some of them they're great accountability partners. Other ones, they are enablers. And I was an enabler. I didn't even realize I was until she came along. I was enabling Tyler because he used to get up and go every day. It don't matter what if he wanted to go do something, he was going to do it. And certain things, it's like, that really a good idea, Tyler? Nah. And then she had him in with like, you're enabling him. And I'm like, you right.
You gotta pick and choose them battles though, because sometimes enabling, like, let's say now, right now, so you don't have your brother there. Sometimes, I know it's gonna sound crazy, but sometimes like you don't regret when you enable. Like, we have fun that day. I know I enabled, we have fun that day.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? And it's a time like that when, you know, that the person's not here, but you can say, well, we had fun that day. I shouldn't have said it, but we had fun that day. So sometimes you gotta pick your battles, and sometimes you gotta know the person you're dealing with, because sometimes you have to enable. Because if not, they're not gonna do it.
That's facts.
You might know that they ain't had fun in a long time. He shouldn't go out. Like, this person shouldn't go out. They got bills to pay. They got this. But you know what? They need that outing. I got to enable you real quick because I know you shouldn't. But you need to have a good time because you've been in a rut for too fucking long. You sit in that dark room, ain't making no more money. So you might as well go out anyway.
That's crazy that you said that because I was in a real dark place. When I first came home, well, not when I first, because I came home 2020, around like.
Came home from the army, I just want to say that. From the army, right?
Yeah.
From
Yeah, when I came home from the army.
from
Not prison.
Just making sure. Nigga said came home, we all black, making sure.
You know how it is. But I came home from the army in 2020, around like 2021, like fall 2021. I was going through like a real dark place. And Tyler, he kept saying like, bro, I don't know what's going on with you, bro, but something going on with you. And he was like, I don't want to pry because I don't know what you got going on, but whenever you're ready to talk. So I was like, I didn't even know what I was going through at that time. Like I was, as much as I preached about like, mental health, and I didn't know what I was going through at that time. But sure. I was going through a season of change. I didn't realize at the time I was going through a season of change. And he came in the room one day, hey, we going out tonight. I'm like, well, I'm not going nowhere, bro. He was like, oh yeah, we about to go out tonight. Like, go ahead and get dressed. You been at work all week. You been acting funny at work too. I don't know. You been quiet. You come home every day. You just going in the room. You just sitting here in the room on the game. Like you're not even like yourself no more. Like you ain't even got like you about to go get your haircut. You see my post on Facebook.
You ain't have a haircut either?
I ain't had no haircut, no nothing, boy.
Jeez.
Shout out to my barber.
Your haircut nice now.
Yeah, shout out to my barber, PJ Smith.
Put his name in everything. Shout out to PJ, man.
Plug
Clap
that.
for PJ real quick.
Plug that. PJ Clips on Instagram. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I'm a new person when I get a haircut. And Tyler like, bruh, you ain't getting your haircut. You out here just existing. And, bro, I don't care what nobody say. There's times in your life where you just existing, bro. You're just literally just here. You're going through the motions every day. And that's where I was at, bro. And so like he was like, man, we're gonna get your haircut. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna pay for your haircut. We had just got off work. He was like, we're gonna get the haircut. We're gonna go out tonight. But we got so tore up that night. I remember like I got pictures and stuff. That's when like when we went out that night, man, that's when it made I look back at it now, I can identify that. Like that was a moment where he I don't think it was technically enabling. It was enabling because what the hell am I going out drinking for when I'm already feeling depressed? Because that ain't doing it. But it made me feel better. The atmosphere of just being out, that helped me. And I was fresh as fuck too. And I put that shit on that day and went out. And they was like, oh my gosh, you look so good. I'm seeing people. I'm like, appreciate it. Okay. Took the hat off. Okay, your haircut fresh as hell. Appreciate it. I already knew that though. But yeah.
It helped you like feel like yourself.
Yeah. And that's what, because man, I ain't gonna lie. Like you start to lose yourself. The older you get, and like, especially when you start going through different phases of life, when you're changing, like you going from like a single man, and like now you got 2 daughters. Like, so when you're going through each phases of like becoming more of a girl dad, or like you going through the phase of like, okay, I lost my dad, and now it's like, who are you now that he's gone? Or like in my case, like who am I now that I'm back single? Because at that time I went through a breakup. And so that's what was like causing, I didn't realize that it was affecting me that much, but I went through a breakup and I'm like, who am I now? Because like, I don't know where I'm about to go. Like, I ain't been on the dating scene or nothing in a while. Then I met that queen over there. But
that queen over there.
Yeah, for sure. But
I want the record to show, you know what I'm saying? My man said his barber name, he called it that queen over there. I'm just gonna throw it out there.
But yeah, once I met, once I got through that phase, like Tyler, he helped me up through it. And that's why, like, we was talking about people, the people that you want to call. Because, like, now, like, he used to hold me up through so much stuff, you know what I'm saying? And the one thing that he told me that I did for him, which every day I think about it, he told me, he said, he told her, he was like, the reason why my relationship with God is the way it is now is because of Terrell. And you know, they say in the Bible all the time, oh, pray for your friends, pray for your enemies, pray for all these people.
Yeah.
But, you know what I'm saying, or speak the word of God. And like that was one fish, because they say you're supposed to be a fisher of men when you follow Christ. That was one fish that, you know what I'm saying, I got that. Like Tyler was my first like real fish that I went out and I brought to Christ. So like I look back at it and like life comes full circle sometimes.
I want to, because I know I want to close too, because I don't want to be too long, but I definitely want y'all, everybody to kind of have their own like closing thing. But I want y'all to close on like just, we talk mental health and what we going through, like what, if any, advice you could give to somebody or someone that is going through something, especially a man, because this is what the agenda is for men here. A man that might be going through some mental health issues, what's some things they can do, or things they need to face, before they can even get over that hump. Like give some advice on trying to get through it, how to cope with it, how to maneuver. Show them how to move in a room full of vultures.
I'll say like, don't be afraid to be vulnerable.
Yes, Lord.
Like, if you feel like you're gonna be embarrassed, even if you are, it's okay to feel embarrassed. It's fine. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to not have it's okay not to be yourself.
Yeah.
It's okay not to be okay. Literally.
That's dope. I like that.
You don't have to be strong all the time.
Damn sure don't. That's a big one. Because people feel like that you always got to be strong. No, you don't. You really don't. Like, especially like people love to say, "Oh, just stay strong." What does that even mean? Not show my emotions. I think that's one of those things. Like they tell people that it's like stay strong, but it's like, what do you mean by that? Because like, what are you saying? Like control my emotions?
Yeah.
Is that what y'all trying to tell me?
That's one of them shit that get you irritated. Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
That
I've heard that so many times. I'm like, oh, just stay strong. And I'm like, bro, I'm not strong. Little do you know.
Yeah.
My strength comes from God. And you know what I'm saying? It's crazy because like I hear stay strong. And I'm until I just sat right here, it just made me like, are you telling me to suppress my emotions right now? That's the most unhealthy thing I could possibly do.
But I think too, we gotta think about the fact that some people that ain't going through it, like we might say stuff to each other right now because we all kind of going through something and been going through something, so our response is better. When people haven't hit that pinnacle where they experience, whether it's trauma or whether they experience depression, whether they just themselves, they who they've been seeing married for the last 6-7 years, they on the grind, they don't know what to say. So saying stay strong is easy to them because they've been staying strong. They ain't had no reason not to. They just been numb. You know what I'm saying? So they don't know what to say. They just saying like, kind of whatever comes to mind.
Yeah.
And they trying
cliches.
They really trying their best to just be like, yo,
I'm trying to be there.
Here.
Yeah.
Cause they say I'm here for you, but are you really? But it sound good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sound, and that's what it. Boy, that should be the header for something. It sound good.
Yeah.
Because boy, the majority of the stuff that you hear, it just sound good.
But also on the flip side, like really, what can they do? Because even if they not there, like what they gonna say? Hey, look, I'm not here for you. Right, you a weak motherfucker, so don't stay strong, bitch.
Yeah.
You know, what can you say? You not gonna say that. So it's like you like once again, you damn if you do, damn if you don't. So all this stuff, even dealing with some mental health, is always tough anyway. So you kind of, if you going, remember the question I asked about the man or the bear?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People saying that bear is they just stay strong.
Yeah.
I know what the bear gonna do already. I know you're not there for me, nigga, but I'm glad you said it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But anything else is that man, so you don't know. So I'll just pick up what I said, like the vulnerable part. I think that's important. But I also think they gotta know exactly what that means as well. Like we say be vulnerable, we say shit, and we don't know what it means. What does it mean? Well, you gotta be able to take that mask off.
That's right.
That's
right.
That's the hardest part though. Like sometimes that motherfucker don't come off. It just won't. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be able to step into that, to take that off. And that's something you gotta do. That ain't nobody else. But we'll blame everybody else, blame that person, but we ain't take it off.
But
Like,
sometimes you gotta be brave.
But if you got that mask on, I gotta tell you, just get away from me.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing. So how can I help you? I'm trying to help you, but just slap my hand away. I don't want to fight you.
Sometimes you just gotta
Stay
say
strong.
it. Though. Sometimes you just gotta say it. Hey man, don't be afraid to be vulnerable. I'm here for you. You know what I'm saying? If you need to talk, I don't know what you're going through. I see something going on. Hey, if you want to talk, I'm here for you, bro. You can be vulnerable with me.
I think the consistency is super important when you do
definitely,
that too, because
definitely.
somebody that's consistent and always checking, I'm more prone to one day just open up. But the person that's like here and there, hit or miss, kind of doing the whole, what's Thursday? Let me check on May every Thursday. Even though that's consistent in a sense, I might fuck with on one Thursday.
Yeah.
But technically speaking, nigga that's hit me up every day, or the person hit me up every day that's really concerned and asks me different shit than another person that's ask me or get me to do things or help me cope with certain things, sending me links, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's scripture, you might not believe in the Bible, whatever, but if it's scripture, it's just certain things you're like, okay, they taking different steps to make sure I'm straight.
Yeah.
Even if you don't take those steps, like, okay, well, they put in the ether that you got to get well.
That's right.
You got to get better. So I'm cool with that, What I would say with coping with this, because I struggle with it daily, is, don't think that, making yourself busy going to change things.
Ooh, no.
Oh yeah.
You just busy, nigga. Like,
the problems are still there.
You just pushing yourself further and further from dealing with that shit. Because the first day you're not busy, you're going to be stuck. Like, what do I do?
That's right.
And I think I had that problem. He'll tell you, I be the student every day. I used to go to work, come straight here, and I had to stop because I would do it more when anything happened. I just come to studio. I'm just going, nah, you can't do that. You got to sit in and just sit sometimes. Should watch that stuff that's gonna make you feel like remembering. I watch movies. I'm watching videos on your phone of your pops or of my daughter with my pops, or listen to them voicemails that he left. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay. Like, go into like feel like, damn, I shouldn't have left him at the airport without hugging him twice. Feel how that feel, because what happens is that's gone already. You know what I'm saying? You got people that's living now that you got to make sure you're there for too. So my daughter will be like, oh, daddy, do you have to go? I don't have to go. I'm gonna stay here. Fuck
yeah.
I don't have to go nowhere. I'm just choosing. I'm trying to keep busy. So I would say just don't think being busy makes you not deal with what you got to deal with. You got to face that shit anyway. Like, you're gonna have to. But if you want the help, like he was saying, his wife, help, but he's able to help her help him. You know what I'm saying? You can't expect anybody to help you if you're not giving them the tools or letting them use the tool. The toolbox right here. You just like, you slapping niggas' hands. You like, nope.
Don't touch that. Don't touch that.
Because then you look like you want to be in that space and people will leave you alone.
Yeah.
It's hard for somebody that's dealing with something, and you never know what somebody's dealing with. We say, man, and we got this stuff going on, but other people got stuff going on as well. So I think men sometimes make it hard and you're not a man because you're not strong. I think we always think that too. Like, if you're not strong, you're not a man. If you cry, you're not a man. One thing I think that messed me up being younger was, you look up to people. So I remember this dude was talking. I looked up to him. He played basketball real good. Just from basketball. I don't know nothing from nothing else. He could be a piece of shit. I don't know. But he played basketball real well. One day somebody was like, oh, such and such, you was crying? And he was like, I'm fucking crying. I'm 100% man. That shit was so cool to me. I was 12. I said, this nigga say he 100% man?
That motherfucker like Johnny Bravo when he said that shit.
This nigga was 16. Let's start there, right? He was 16. To me, he was a giant. He was nice. Yeah. He would play ball. He had a girl. He was having sex. Nigga was having sex. Yeah. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to listen to it, right? Yeah. And I realized how dumb that shit sound now. And I said it for years. I'm 100% man. I ain't crying. Until you start crying, like, I'm still a man. I ain't.
That's right.
But then you realize, damn, you can still be 100% man. You probably more of a man when you do cry than
that's
you're
facts.
not crying.
That's you're allowing yourself to be vulnerable.
So
that's right. Opening up.
I definitely I want that to be, and I want to test this out. I want to put it out. I want people to watch it and give us feedback, and we can come back again. I want to do it again and go from there. And if somebody want to join, I ain't gonna lie, I'm a 3 mic person. I'm a 3 mic guy. You know what I mean? 3 mics that's it. But we can work it out because one day I might be busy or whatever it can be, so we'll go from there. But I definitely want to try to get at least 5 to 7 of these joints out just to put them out and make a playlist of it. We'll come up with different topics and talk about different things, right? But I appreciate you, you know what I'm saying, for coming through. Definitely appreciate you for coming through, you know what I'm saying, with the fresh haircut, you know what I'm saying?
This is my first podcast. I'm going to let you know, my boy.
You did a good job, bro.
This is an experience.
But I'm going to tell you, it's different over here. I ain't going to go too far. But it's different over here, you know what I'm saying?
I can tell. Quality
over all the other bullshit.
Quality. That's all that matters.
Definitely, man. But One of the Masters podcast, we out, man. Appreciate y'all,
Amen.
Clap it up. Clap up for Philip.
Yeah. Oh, good shit, man.
Good shit, man. This is wonderful. Oh. I'm gonna get Don in here one day. Hey, because
I ain't do that so long.
This is her forte.
Oh yeah,
taking pictures. Because she pulled up the 15. She just got the 15. So you see how she looking like she ready to take it. Look.
Take it how you want. Whichever way you want to take it.
It was good to see you, man. This is wonderful, man. I definitely glad to meet you.